right, guys, this is the next day. An absolute ton of stuff has been happening behind the scenes. I've been working behind the scenes because my talk still isn't ready for Saturday night. So I've been doing all sorts of stuff feverishly behind the scenes, but helping out with the crew, helping out with the convention, getting everybody set up, helping out wherever I can. I'm wearing a staff shirt, so looking forward to seeing everybody. But I thought now that we're starting to actually look like something, let's go take a peek together and see what it looks like. Let's go.
So this is the Combo Plate. So I'm curious, how many people here are primarily interested in catfish? Raise your hand.
Boo.
Ooh, that's quite a lot. How many people here are primarily interested in cichlids?
Hey.
Oh, okay. All right, now fight. No, not gonna happen. All right. Well,
finding out how these processes actually work. We mainly work with the Lake Tanganyika radiation, but by comparing all of these radiations, a lot of models have been set up how this actually works for lakes.
So we saw so many incredible speakers. There was actually 11 in total, and then one Canadian. So we got to check out the show. Me and Mini Big Rich went and checked him out. This was this incredible Geophagus altus sinew. This really, really oddly colored citronellum. It was labeled as labiatum, but it clearly isn't. That fish is going to be incredible in a year or two. There's Rich trying to antagonize it. This was an absolutely stellar Haitiensis. The finish was just absolutely perfect. This thing, given a couple years as well, is going to be a contender. Can't be without showing off some of the catfish. Now, some of the catfish in the show, they tend to just hide behind the filter, but there were some incredible plecos and some incredible catfish. Overall, I think just the ACA alone had almost 100 entries, or just over 100 entries. So it was nice to see. There's something you don't see all the time. One of the Oreochromis tanganikae, the true Tanganyikan tilapia from Lake Tanganyika. It was gorgeous. Always, there were some beautiful frontosas. There's a nice variety of stuff that was shown. This one here was a contender for Best in Show, and it went right down to the wire. This was an incredible Taiwan reef, and if you shone a light on this thing, this was spectacular. There's Rich checking out some of the speakers that were going on. There's just too much background noise, so I thought I'd just narrate it for you.
Ohio Fish Rescue, we love you. We wish you were here. It would be so much more fun if I was kissing in real life.
You'd do other things with that toy, wouldn't you?
No, I won't go there. This is a family hobby. What he and I do in private is just between us. We don't need to share it with the whole fish world. Let's just say he liked it.
All after getting his lovin' from the babes in the cichlid hobby, we have to go and check out the auction. There's always all sorts of neat little things in this babes cichlid auction. All sorts of trinkets and things. Oh, I think Big Rich found something. What is it? It's a Brutus. He found himself a date. Oh, Big Rich is checking this one out. She could probably put in some work at OFR. Lost him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Modeling, creature from the Black Lagoon. That's rather fitting. Lost him again. And, oh, there he is. He's got his Scooby net and he's ready to go collecting. That's it, Big Rich. We're going to go out there and get some fun. But you got to check out some other things. His good friend, Sam from Scales Art. Just had to check it out. And there's Sam, hard at work, putting the final touches on a beautiful piece of Astronotus McColgi, the new Oscar species. OFR in the jungle of an oasi biosphere. But these conventions wouldn't be the conventions they are without being able to rekindle all those incredible friendships with friends that you only get to see maybe once, twice a year. We have an absolute blast. So many friends to see. So many new friends to meet. It's one of the things I absolutely love the best. It's just the friendships. The camaraderie. Sitting around talking fish. Alright guys, this is kind of something secret. I haven't told anybody about this, so I'm going to make a lot of nerds really unhappy in a moment. But I'm in my hotel room at the ACA, And back there, I've had these 2 tubs. I set those up, brought all the equipment, everything from home, and set those 2 tubs up. I even had a local member bring me seeded filter media. I got some seeded sponge filters. They even brought me some rocks and driftwood that are covered in algae and stuff like that. So huge bio cover, all for one very special purpose. And behind me, the box has finally arrived. So let's take a peek. So as I said, I went and hit the local Target. I went and picked up a couple of totes, so I didn't have to bother carrying those here. But from home, I brought a couple of heaters. I've got my Gemco air pump and my manifold. Everything's good to go. And this has been running since I arrived here on Tuesday night. And then the next day, Sarah, I've done a video with her. You should see her incredible fish room. We'll put a link up in the corner. She brought me a couple of seasoned filters, and you can see some rocks and driftwood, just absolutely covered in algae and stuff. I even got some samples in my registration bag of ChemiPure type products, so I threw that in there. So these things are good to go. Now, I've been testing the water. I've got my water conditioner. I've got some live nitrifying bacteria. I got my little test strips to give me a basic idea. And we're sitting there on very, very, very good hardness, but we're also sitting at a pH of over 8. So very, very, very alkaline. And then there's my incredible box of fish. And this box of fish came from my dear friend, Dan and Martha Sharifi in Florida. And in here is probably, without question, one of the most highly coveted species of Central American cichlids that everybody's excited about. If you guys maybe stop here and go down in the comments and leave me a note of what you think magical is in this box before I show you. Well, wait, don't do it. Right now, let's open it up. I'm getting ready to go. So because the water chemistry is so incredibly alkaline, granted the area where it's coming from, the Florida aquifer where these things are coming from, is very alkaline as well. So it's not going to be that big of a shock. It's not like I'm landing something like Ultima Angels or anything like that, wild-caught South American fish. These are Central American in origin, but they've been in his facility for a while. There they are. I believe there's 8 of them in the bag, and it says for bigs from Dan. So I'm going to float them just for a few minutes. Maybe all I'll do is I'll take them out of the first one. But I have some buckets here, and I'm going to just run downstairs. I didn't have enough airline. I got airline running on my system. I'm going to probably run downstairs and get a chunk of airline, and then we'll probably end up doing a drip. Just make sure that we acclimate them a little bit better to the water chemistry that is more better suited. You notice I didn't even show you what they are yet. I didn't show the bag close enough. It's a secret. All right, well, we're pretty much packed up, almost ready to go. We got fish in buckets, we got air pumps ready to go. I'd move out on that last day. What an incredible convention. Had an absolute blast. Big Rich, where are you? Freaking still in bed. Dude, we gotta go. We got a long drive, man. We got like 14 hours. We gotta go do stuff. Let's go. Come on, get up. Well, that's a wrap for ACA Cataclysm 2023. Had an absolute blast. How'd you do, buddy? He's still sore that I didn't take him to the shed. Well, he was acting up. He slept in. He was being basically being a brat. You know how Big Rich gets once in a while. But regardless, we've had an absolute blast, right, buddy? Sure have. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Next year's ACA is just as close for Canadians. It's in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's the same weekend. It used to always fall on my wife's birthday, which is in July 23rd. I just want to announce my wife's birthday so you guys can send her all sorts of stuff. But it's the weekend before, so that means I can go again. It's going to be awesome. Cheers, guys.